And let's see. I probably need to do that. Hey, there we are. Welcome to Florida. I got myself here. Hi, Creative Companions. It's me, Kim. Let me know when you get here so I know you can see me and hear me well. Hi, Dawn. I love you so much. I hope you're healing well. Hi, April. I know you're there too. So I'm out here in the woods. I'm going to try to adjust my camera just a little bit for y'all. Gather your things. We're going to use acrylic paint today, and we're going to paint on cardboard as usual. So whatever size cardboard you got, some paint brushes, some paint, all the things you need to be comfortable with me for a little less than an hour. I'm going to try to keep it sweet, short and sweet today. I love you so much. I'm glad you showed up. That's the hardest part, showing up for ourselves. So I have a friend with me, a new friend I met here in the woods. I love meeting friends in the woods. You know that about me. So this is Unique, and she's going to play her guitar for us at the end. So, yeah, I'm glad she's here. She has butterfly earrings on. Gorgeous, gorgeous. So we did this the other day out here in the woods. I had 4 people come paint with me, and I'm just really like making that commitment over and over again that here I am, misguided painting wherever I go. Do the thing, you know? And so I did the thing, and 4 people came, and I saw where everyone needed it for different reason, myself included. And one young girl in particular, suicide survivor, suicide attempt survivor, however you say that. And all us women, we were all older than her. She was the youngest in the group. But we all had really good things to say to her. And that's perfect timing because we need those anyway. So just lay them down now if you would. Thank you. Everything just blew over. But I think we all said things to her that were significant. And so that's my point of showing up and shining your light, y'all. That's what it's always about at Creative Companions, because the brighter I shine, the more you reflect back to me, you know. And that which I do, which is good for me, is good for you and all. So I'm really glad you're here. We're going to paint. We're going to meditate first. So first get your paint supplies together. Get yourself a drink of water. Hydrate, guys. It's important. Can you all hear me okay? I don't see any comments. Let me see if I have something I need to change on how this is, because I'm using my phone here. I bet this little button. No, that's for me to write a comment. That's not it. Hi, Evan. I'm glad you're here. I hope you'll paint with us. Y'all, if you paint with us, please, and when we're done, I love when you post what you painted. So know that I don't know how to see the comments. Do you know how, Unique?
What about that thing?
I pushed that one, and that was for me to write a comment. What about this? Oh, no, I don't want to create a poll.
What about that guy?
No. Oh, well. I can't see comments today. We're trying. I'm doing the best I can always. So I looked up the 4 agreements, too. And we haven't ever done that book here on Creative Companions, but it's a good one. Be impeccable with your word. Don't make assumptions. Don't take anything personal. And always do your best. So I'm trying to live up to that. I'm always doing my best for y'all Creative Companions here. So I've got quite a contraption holding my camera and everything today. I'm just going to do the best I can. So let's get a piece of cardboard. I'm going to use this really messed up one for demonstration purposes. You need to get a piece of cardboard, a thing of water, one of the little paint palette thingies. And I have all the colors available, you guys, because, you know, we're going to meditate. And during that meditation, you can take a deep breath right now wherever you are. I feel like I started really fast, so let's slow down a minute. So, you know, I show up totally misguided, unguided, and when we meditate, I share my process as I do it. A bird just flew over. It's really nice. We've had owls here in the night making a heck of a racket. It's really fun to hear them. I place myself directly in the sun. I don't know if I may end up moving, but so a piece of cardboard and get your paint stuff. Start right away just deepening your breath. In through your nose deeply. Long out, pull your belly button in on the exhale. The belly button comes out on the inhale. Feel yourself completely. You know, during this time that we're going to create together, we put down all our addictions. You know, maybe you got your coffee there. That's okay. It is Sunday morning, of course. Cigarettes, maybe. I put down cigarettes too some years ago. But for me, art is a recovery tool. You know, so many of us battle with addiction, and then once you put your addiction down, you have all this space in your life. What do we do with the space? The space between things. That's where we live. Well, so what do we do? And I find that keeping the hand moving, like the Artist Way says, when we journal in the morning, we just keep the hand moving. We don't think about it a lot. We silence that part that's trying to tell us what we should or shouldn't, could or couldn't, would or wouldn't, did or didn't. That's the part we're not trying to listen to anymore. And silence that part, relax, take a deep breath again. Wherever you are, you can take 3 deep breaths anytime. For real, like really do it any time that you feel anxiety is trying to creep in, negative thoughts trying to creep in. Breathing in, I relax in the now. Breathing out, I relax more in the now. Just keep breathing. Also, with the idea of meditation, what is meditation anyway? All can be meditation. All can be meditation. With conscious breathing and being in the present moment with your fine self and slowing down and honoring the moment that you're in and the practice that you're practicing. You know you play your guitar better when your breathing is right, when your posture is right. Look how good your posture got just now, just from breathing correctly. Yes, she pulled her shoulders all back, her spine got straight. Maybe you did at home too. I hope so. Feel your feet on the floor. Be grounded now. See, we're meditating and I didn't even tell you. Just stop all movement now and really focus on feeling your feet's connection to the earth. Whether that's in your home and on your floor, the earth is there. It's holding you. Feel that? Keep breathing deep. It's good to get used to hearing your breath. Whoa, when I said that then, on that inhale, not only did I hear my breath, but I heard the sounds around me more. Thus, I became more present, which is the goal. Feel your feet. Imagine that you're pulling energy up from the earth through your feet. On that inhale, all the way up. Hold it. Empty. Give it back. Give it back. Give it back. Empty it in through your feet back to the earth. Bring it up again. Hold it. I'm squeezing my fists together. I feel like that power, like surging. Hold it. Push it down. Give it back. It's a hula hoop, y'all. Receive is in. Give it back. Exhale. And that made me elongate the exhale more, because I want to give it back. So here we are now, in the now. Do whatever your body needs you to do to feel comfortable. We're going to get comfortable in our seat. It's a new day. It's a blank canvas. We're always starting fresh. It's always an opportunity to be new, to create you, to do something you never did do. Me too. So once again, thank you so much for showing up. Thanks for being here. We're going to grab our piece of cardboard now and get in our comfy spot with our water, our brushes, paper towel. I forgot paper towel. So I'm going to give you a minute. Grab your things. Here's a paper towel that we can reuse, and I'm going to get one for myself. Thanks. I'll get it after probably, or unless you want to bring it. I didn't like bring us out of meditation because I don't want us to. I want us to continue with that breath and just play on the canvas, which is our cardboard today. If you don't know why I use cardboard, well, there's lots of reasons. And watch some of my other videos. I don't want to say it now. So we don't need to be nervous. We just came to have fun. I brought this little piece of art we did a couple weeks ago to show you, in case you're new, just who we are, creative companions. We're believing mirrors for one another. We're working a lot with our self-talk and first thoughts even. What's my first thought in the morning? Ooh, eeks, better change it. I claim my power now. That's the one I'm using in the mornings. I claim my power now. Do-do-do-do, on with the day. So this was one we did one day. And these practices we do, just like the meditations, are practices to click our brain into a different space of creator. So this day we just made a spiral on the page, and then we all started saying positive things and writing them in the spiral, which caused us to have to turn our page, which keeps us more in the present moment with our art. If you notice yourself becoming critical or drifting away from the now during this making of art today, just take some deep breaths. 3 is good. And come back in silence and feel your feet and hear the sound of the brush on the cardboard. Like all of it. An immersion. Like Unit and I are immersed deep in the forest, in the jungle of Florida right now. We have green energy all around us and sunshine, and it's really good. And maybe you can see it from there. So whatever good you have around you, just suck that up. The good that you are, let's do that. So the first affirmation that's on this piece of art and that we use as a regular base on Creative Companions is treating myself as a precious object makes it so. That's simple. Every day. Treating myself as a precious object makes it so. Surrounding myself in love now. All is well. So yeah, so those are the kind of things we work with. So we did a group here in the woods the other day, and we started with yellow. And this day I'm saying let's start with purple. So get your palette now. Take your time. We only need a little bit of paint, as you know. There's mine. And we're going to go with some purple and some white. There you go. Share with your friends. Donna, I like that you have April there with you today, and I have Unit here with me. We have some other campers that might join too after they're done with breakfast. And some white that comes out kind of funny. Okay, so here's my cardboard. And you know, the point of the cardboard part of it is that we often don't show up to do our creative thing that's calling to us because we think we don't have all the perfect things. And I need all the perfect things. So you really don't. You can grab whatever you have around you. Today I thought we might also use some little sponges that I happen to have. You at home, if you don't have sponges, you can wad up your paper towel for this part and paint with your paper towel. That's what we're going to do first. So here's your little sponge. Now, this is one of those sea sponge things. You can buy them at craft stores. And I just randomly tear them into pieces so that you have different textures all the way over that. And with these, you can play with using it dry like this, straight into the paint, or with a little water. Same with your paper towel. So what we're going to do now is just cover our cardboard, and you can watch me for a second, with the quickness. So we're not going to think much. Keep breathing. Did you get nervous thinking, oh gosh, I got to do this right? You don't have to do this right. There is no right or wrong. I'm making it up as I go. So I put my sponge in the water, in the white, and in the purple. And now I'm going to go, we need to decide what motion do you want. Do you want to go in a circular motion? Do you want to go this way? Do you want to go that way? And then just keep it all the same and cover your board. I'm going to go this way, back and forth. And I'm not even going to worry so much if I get all the cardboard covered. In between strokes, I'm just going to take strokes all the way down. I'm going to dip one more time and do the top. Really, really don't think about it too much and just basically get this purple and white. I want to leave it looking like lines like that. So if I go over it again, it's going to take away all those lines. So I just want to leave it like that right now. Okay. So there's that. So we're going to work with some serious contrast here. And we're going to go with a bright green next. And you might want to put out, let's do that. Let's put a little dot of the green and another spot of white, because if you use that white and purple together, you might have purple in your white. And right now we're just going to want green and white. You have lots, okay. So I think I keep going to the green because of where we are. But just, I like my sponge. My sponge looks really neat. It looks like a face. It like has two eyes poking out. Look at them. I swear it wasn't like that when I started. Anyway, I'm going to choose now a different part of my same sponge, not where I use the purple, just because it'll make a different pattern, you know. I'm going to put it in water a little. I'm going to go white and green both on my sponge. You know, we don't got to worry about getting messy because that's part of the fun of it. So I'm going to indicate trees. So that purple is my sky, if you will. My trees are going to just start on the edge. Now, if you've done trees with me before, and that's an up and down motion, see? And it gives it lots of texture. Now, if you think about a tree, if you look at a tree, the leaves are densest at the trunk, and, oh no, and then get thinner. Things are blowing away. Thank you, Unique. So the branches get thinner as they go. So I always start with the brush, or in this case with the sponge, close to where the trunk will be, say, and then move out towards the sky. See how it's getting thinner as I go? Because I have less on the sponge. So if I had a tree, ooh, look, there's a crack in my board. That looks like a tree trunk to me right there. See it? So I'm going to go with that and put foliage, again, starting at the trunk and moving out. You can even experiment with how hard you hit it is going to make a different shape. If you don't like the shape it's making, turn your sponge, tear your sponge, or your paper towel. If you're using a paper towel, it's exactly the same. We're doing an up-down motion to indicate the foliage on the tree. So, you know, when we're sitting around worrying about the future, it would be like worrying about the future of this painting right now. We can only do what's exactly in front of us next. I have no idea what the final thing is going to be, so you certainly don't. So if you got in your head worrying about the future of this painting, that's a waste of your imagination, isn't it? Yes, and it takes you out of the now. So anytime you're worrying about the future, it takes you out of the now. It's not real. It's one of those making assumptions. You're writing stories instead of being present. So, and the same with like this painting. You know, and even sometimes I get nervous about this whole thing. Just keep making up-down motions if you want. Like, I have a lot of foliage where I am. Here's something else you can do. So I'm going to just go green for a second. And I know I go kind of quick. And do like swish motions at the bottom to indicate a different kind of foliage. Look at that. With the quickness, I made what looks like those palmettos behind me. You see? And I feel like I want to put a little more white with my green and just do a little more. A little more ups and down, up, down, up, down. What does Winnie the Pooh say? Up, down, turn around. I don't know. I haven't watched Winnie the Pooh for a while. Probably should. It's the best day ever, right? Why is it always the best day ever? Because it's only ever today. It's only ever now. It's only the best day ever if you make it so. We're on a grand adventure, you know. How do we even end up here? How'd I end up meeting you? Right? Yeah. So spring's coming, y'all. There's nothing you can do about it. Just keep making beautiful things. You know, I know y'all up north get the winter blues. I had it too. And boy, getting in the sun has helped. But so has being around people and having conversations. So has, what else has helped? Making art. Making new art, just doing what I love and remembering what I love to do. Ooh, there's a good one. Oh, yeah, so we got Spanish moss here. So I just had that thought. Spanish moss, if you want to do that. I'm going to do like a whitish purple again. And come back to my foliage and hit it and then drag down. So I'm going to try to do this so y'all can see and Unique can see too. So like the Spanish moss is going to go boonk and down. How simple is that? Spanish moss. There it is. So it's just a streak. And you can put them here and there. And again, I like to use my little painting tool until there's no paint coming off of it almost, you know? Oh, we got more friends coming to join us. Here, there's room over here. Y'all at home, just keep going up, down, smearing that paint around. So we paint on cardboard, y'all. And you're welcome to sit over here and use one of these if you want to put your cardboard on, or you could put it here. Might be good. Thank you. And we use these to put the paint on. And we are painting with sponges right now. So this will be fun for y'all. How many cardboards do you want?
Take one each.
Okay, here you go.
Thank you.
So there's 3 cardboards. So first,
I can help Maven do it.
so first we use purple and white. And take some deep breaths. We do this just to be here now. And to ground into a new situation. And let go anything you was carrying and just be here. We do 3. Thank you. I'm so glad you came. So friends from the camp next door came, and they have a wee one. She's 18 months. You know I'm loving that. All right, so I'm going to give them paint and stuff. So, Creative Companions, we do a creative project simply like meditation to bring us into the now. And so when our sensor maybe starts talking and telling us we're late or doing something wrong, we take a deep breath and silence that and just be immersed in the experience of playing with the paint. You got a little one and that makes it easy. So first we just took a little water and purple and white on our sponge without thinking much about it. And I went, where's my canvas? I went with a back and forth motion, and I think she did too. And just quickly, not even worrying about whether we cover the whole cardboard. So that's it. Not even worrying. We're not worrying about anything. We're just playing with the paint. So first just go ahead and get your cardboard covered with the purple with like a smeary back and forth motion. Also, I was telling everyone, if you don't like using the sponge, a paper towel works. Oh, here's water. So a little dip in the water. And we use cardboard because there's cardboard everywhere. And you can make it into something beautiful. And then your sensor doesn't speak up because you have a beautiful white canvas that you're trying to make a work of art on. You know, you're more free to play. Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful.
So, all right. And then I was also talking about Creative Companions. We meditate. We use a thing called morning pages as a practice, and that is journaling in the morning. We use artist dates, which is just taking yourself out to play. Try to do it once a week for an hour. I have a really hard time with that one. I'm a mom and a grandma. So my art is play, and I do that every day now, you know. So So we use those things, and then in our groups we meditate and we do a creative project every time. And the creative project is not art instruction so much as just to free up a different part of your brain. And so once you have that purple, then we're going to take some green and white and do an up-down motion, even with that same sponge, to create the look of trees with foliage. So here's the green we've been using. You can have a little dot of that. I'm feeling yellow now. And I was showing, where did I put that now? I love my disorganized self. And it's all about self-care and loving yourself and taking time for yourself. And the question always, what am I practicing? What did I practice all week? Look back on the week. What did I practice? I practiced having integrity. I'm really proud of myself, y'all. I really am. Because it was really hard. I got depressed in the winter in Ohio. And then leaving was hard. You'd think I would have wanted to run out of there. But I didn't. And then I did a show since I've been here, and it went really good. And I peopled really well. And and I live painted there. And then I came to the woods and have live painted with people here. And I'm working on 2 paintings about hope for a show in Columbus. So that's fun. So you can also do an up and down motion with the sponge seed that makes these shapes. Do you see? So it's fun to just play with different things. Also, like with painting, it's fun to just play with all the different brushes and see what they do. You can make the whole painting with the sponge. How's she doing? You're doing great. That's right. You can use your fingers. The tip of the nose makes a perfect circle. If you put the paint on the nose and do that, it makes a perfect circle, which is what I was going to show you next, is how to make a perfect circle. So you can use your nose, you can use your finger, or you can use a flat brush. And I'm off camera, sorry. The size of the flat brush that you use is going to determine the size of your circle. Yes, it'll come right off her skin, but not her clothes. So good move. Good move. Yeah, if you need to take your shirt off at home because you're getting paint on it and you're in your own space, feel free. We got a little 18-month-old over here. She's doing it right. There we go. Diaper only. She's going to get in that paint. So yeah, use your fingers, use your nose. We're going to make a perfect circle now. So in my painting, I want to decide, where is my light source? This is the sun. I'm making a day painting. So where is my sun going to be? It doesn't have to be exactly in the middle, does it? It can be wherever I want because it's my painting. So I'm going to take a little white and a little yellow on this flat brush. And I'm going to... Oh, we got horses now coming. Exciting day. Best day ever. Love it. Okay, so to make the perfect circle, I'm going to put yellow, and there's flat brushes here you can choose from, guys, and white, both on the same brush. And then I'm going to go, okay, my sun's going to be high in the sky, way up here. You push it on there, like smush it on there, and then spin it in a circle. You see? And I spin it around several times in a circle, and then pull away, and it went loopy on me. So I'm going to just brush around to round that up. There we go. There we go. See? So you can use whatever size brush you want to make... Man, when my little granddaughter learned this trick, she made circles and circles and circles. It was so fun. So you can make yourself a sun there. Now with that same brush, I didn't put it like in water. I just put it in the paint, and I made my circle. I haven't done anything with it yet. It just has a little bit of paint on it. So I'm going to make the sunshine now by... I hope y'all at home can see. Yeah, you can. Okay, by doing this. Just touching my circle of the sun and then pulling outward very lightly. I'm very lightly touching. So it just makes... Look at that. It makes... And I love how the cardboard makes it, like, textured, because you hit bumps. Especially my cardboard's pretty beat up and is ratty, so I feel like that squirrel's listening. He's going to go make a painting. There's a squirrel sitting on the ground over there. We need to give him a brush. So I just went all the way around my circle with that outward motion and made my sun.
Why are you painting your belly?
That's what kids do. Yes, that'll be
Lost track of the cardboard. She's only
the best work of the day will be little, tell me her name again. Mavis. Oh, yes, it's great. You're doing good. See mine? See, do you want some yellow? See, that's yellow. You can make a sun. Daddy help you make a sun.
Sure.
Okay. I love it. Here's some yellow. Look how we learn colors and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, do you want some yellow over this way?
I'll show it to you first. So
Okay.
you can approve it or not.
Do y'all want some
Yeah, I
yellow?
do want some yellow. Thank you.
And also at this point in the painting, to me, it feels like a background that I could tell a story on. So I'm going to get a darker color now to put my tree trunks in. But what I'm moving towards is telling a story on this of, you'll see. So I'm going to go with some brown now. And just first, this crack that looked like a tree trunk, I'm going to make it a tree trunk with the brown. And I'm just using that same flat brush that I used for my sun. And I'm just going to put it right in that crack. I won't say it. Look at that. Instant tree trunk. You see? So don't be scared because it's contrast and it's dark when you get to this point. Just do it. You know, and I say painting is like if you're used to working with the computer and you're used to working with Photoshop and stuff, and everything's layers. Well, so is painting. You know, and sometimes every layer you put on, like, makes it more real or more something. Yeah, somebody said some kind of quote. It was mindfulness with Mika, if you're friends with her. Mika's the youngest yoga instructor, maybe in the world, but definitely in the country. And she did a beautiful quote this morning about how proud she is that she decided to follow her passion instead of her fear. She's 14. And I just really like that sentence. So fear is like a dragon guarding our most precious treasures, right? Our most precious treasures are behind that fear. I haven't even looked at my painting much yet, so I'm just going to take a minute here to look at mine while I make my tree trunks, but I'm still not thinking about it much. And again, like when we did the foliage on the trees, when we do the tree trunks, they're heftiest and densest at the bottom. So when you have the most paint on your brush, start at the bottom and go up. Oh, nice. She says, I don't know. And then your branches get thinner. We're all smiling here. I hope you all are smiling at home too. Take a deep breath. Remember to breathe. Oh, it's beautiful what you're making. Everybody, I can see little bits of everybody's canvas from here, and they're beautiful. Here's what I got going. We also have glitter paint and stuff after this dries some. So here's what I have. Like if you want to use the brown to put some tree trunks in. Does anyone else want the brown? And along with the belief that we're all, give her all of it. Like the tree trunks. Here, I'll come show her mine. Maybe she'll make straight lines. Look. See, that's the brown makes the tree. Yeah, you're doing good. She made a nice sun there. Everybody's doing so well. Yeah. I got a spider building a web right here. Somebody says, I can't paint with you because I'm driving. Yeah, you keep your hands on the wheel, friend. Okay, so You can take a little tiny brush. I just find this fun to take a little tiny pointy brush, and if you put it in the paint and then roll it around on the palette, it comes to a nice sharp point. And that's to make the just little tiny branches, just like what the other girl said the other day. I feel like I'm just flicking. Yeah, just flick with the little brush, and it makes these little tiny lines. Because if you look into the jungle there, I mean, there's just branches everywhere. So you could do that the whole day if you wanted. Oh, Spanish moss. You guys didn't see how to make Spanish moss with your sponge. Oh, here's my sponge. So I'm going to put some more moss on mine. So I like to make my Spanish moss right now with a little light purple on the sponge. And then if I touch it on the branch where it would be connected, and then just drag it down, and you have instant Spanish moss. Which is nice now that I have that green on there to come back now with some purple on top. And make, oh, I like that effect. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. And, you know, we all have a different way. Our paintings are, and you all know this because you play with me all the time, but even though we all do this together, everybody's painting always is a unique expression of themselves. It only can be. So the same idea that we're all creators, all of our art is a self-portrait. It's your self-portrait right now in this moment, and how you're expressing, how little one is expressing right now at this particular age, in this particular moment. So based on that, I like to indicate myself in my paintings. And I always say, you know the size and shape of you. So I'm going to imagine me in this forest that I made here and do an outline stick figure kind of silhouette. So bear with me and just watch for a minute. If you want to make a human, you could make your whole family indicated this way. So you would do the size, you know the size and shape of each of you. Okay, so for me, I'm going to put me standing right down here, and I'm going to start with my feet and my legs, which just make a V because I'm standing very grounded. So it's just a stick figure right now. And I made a V. And then I'm going to go up from there, my torso, and that's my spine. We're just making a stick figure. And we're going to fill it in. And what are my arms doing? That's the question. Are my hands on my hips? Do I have one arm up? Do I have both arms up? I'm going to have both arms up. I am open to receive. So I guess that's star pose I'm doing here. So look at this. And my hands are open to the sky. So they're just little flat things. It's right here. See? I don't have a head yet. So it's literally stick figure. We can put a little line for a neck there. And then I like to make a little oval for the head. Okay? Now that is my spine. So I have to fill in my meat suit now. So I'm very hourglass, of course. So I'm going to make that hourglass shape down my arm, breast line, waistline, hips, down the leg. You see, I did it on one side. And you'll just mirror that same shape on the other side of the stick figure. You all see how you do that? So I had the stick figure, and then on this side, I gave the shape of me. And I'll just mirror that same shape now on the other side, and then fill it in with the brown, and now it's a silhouette. You see? So that's a really, really easy way to do a silhouette. So I'm just going to make that same shape now on the other side. Woo! My boobs are one's floppier more than the other, but that's normal. So there's that, the size and shape of me. Now I'm going to fill that in with the brown because it's a silhouette because the sun is behind me. So we just completely fill that in now with the brown. Now I'm going to make a face on myself. Silhouette wouldn't really have a face, but I'm going to make one anyway. So I got a really tiny, tiny pointy brush here. And I'm going to roll it around in my brown and just give myself little eyes first. Little half moons. Can you see that? So if you want to make a face, you can. A silhouette wouldn't really have a face, though. But I'm doing a face. So I just do little half moons, like looking down. And then that's mirror it, and that's eyebrows. So we're just going to mirror it with eyebrows now. You see? And then one little line makes a nose. Oh, I'm going to get my brush. So to get that pointy brush really pointy, roll it around on your palette, like on its side. I feel like I'm going real fast to make it pointy. Love it. Also, if you have kids at home, it's also like that, what is it, tactile? It's for kids. Is that the right word? Sensory. It's like how it feels to them. Thus, they put it all over them, whatever you give them to create with. It can be the same for us. We could learn to enjoy the feel of it and everything just the same and not worry about getting messy. I'm going to give myself some crazy hair instead of a braid. And you could do what you want on your figure. And at this point, if you wanted to add other colors, I'm just going with the idea that it's a silhouette with the sun behind her. See, so I gave some hair. Are we all remembering to breathe? Not be trying too hard. So she needs a nose. I stopped there. I didn't give her a nose. So a nose, you can do an upside down number 7. An upside down number 7 makes a good nose.
You want that? Yeah. You want that? Here. Put it right on there.
Bring it back. So far I have 2 eyes, eyebrows, and a little nose, which is an upside down number 7. And now the really easy way to make a little tiny mouth, because this is a little tiny person, is right under the nose. I make 2 dots, and I'm doing this all with the brown. You could get some colors out if you wanted to, but I'm just doing it with the brown. So I make 2 dots that indicate the top lip, and then a bigger dot touching them to indicate the bottom lip. So dot, dot, touching each other, and then another dot under. Makes cute little lips. And then you can drag it out from there to make a little smiley. I gotta put my glasses on for this part. I can't see. So breathing deep, I'm still here. In the present moment, it's so good to be here. The sun is shining. Now, as I'm trying to make like this little teeny tiny mouth, sometimes you make the line bigger than you wanted it to. You can always come back with the background color and paint over half of the line you made with the same color that is the original background. You see? To make those lines skinnier. And you can do whatever you want. You know that, right? George O'Keeffe said, when the whole world is trying to make me be or do whatever they want, the least I can do is paint however I want. So there's my little stick figure me. And like, I don't know if, yeah, you all can see that. So the light comes through the trees and there's a lot of really bright spots when the sun is shining like this, like it is now. And a really fun way to add some bright spots is just to flick some paint. So flick some white paint over the whole foliage area. And like this is another thing that keeps you from being a perfectionist. If you tried to make every single light dot that you see where the sky is showing through the foliage, well, that could take a while, but easily, and it might not be as random as when we just put some paint on the brush and flick it. There we go. So you might show the baby that. You can flick the paint off the brush. Are we flicking?
Advanced move.
It's very advanced, right? Can she work her?
Using the other side.
Oh, that's good.
Backwards brushing.
So the baby's using this end of the brush to kind of move the paint around on the thing. I'm going to also do an up-down motion with this white and a little dragging away from my sun. Oh, it's looking great. So here's what I have so far. So I wonder, one of the games we like to play in Creative Companions is things we are looking forward to, or good things that happened recently. Let's do that one. Training our brain to focus on the good and not play a consistent game of what's wrong with this picture. What if we started playing what's right with this picture? Deep breath. What if when we started getting anxious and making up scenarios about everything that could go wrong, we switched it immediately to, oh, everything's always going my way and I am grateful. So onward. It works for me. It helps me. So every day, just remember we came here to play. And play in the paint. Now at this point in your painting, maybe you need to add your family. Maybe you want to add your dog. You don't have to know how to paint a dog, but you know the size and shape of your dog. You could do a silhouette of your dog or your cat. Me and River did. You can watch that on my YouTube channel, Art by Kim Keffer on YouTube. I also have like lots of glittery paint, you guys. So when your painting gets dry, which acrylics dry fast, beautiful. Everybody's doing a beautiful job. I'm going to take some deep breaths and take a look around at what my friends here are painting, and I'll be right back. I wonder how, I don't see a clock. What time do we have? Yay, more. I love painting with leaves too. Are you painting with leaves? Pine cones work good too. That's a nice background effect. Yeah. That's working well. You have some experience. I see you. I see your artist self. It's beautiful. So I'm going to add some glitter. You know, and your artist self is always there. And it's always wanting to practice. And when you practice, what happens? You get better. Practice isn't a bad thing. We're practicing something all the time with our actions. You know? So I put some glitter here. What is this called? Craft Twinkles. Craft Twinkles. So it's like a clear paint that has some chunky glitter in it. And I'm going to glitter up my sun. So, oh, that looks nice. So the glitter paint, when you apply it, you kind of need to be in some good light or in the sun because you can't really see. And I don't like to cover like the whole painting with the glitter. I like it to only be like where the sun is kissing stuff. Like right where the sun would hit the plants or right where the sun would hit the person. So I'm just, yeah, have some glitter, guys. Pass that around. So I'm looking forward to doing more things I love doing. That's a simple affirmation. Sparkles. That's River's stage name. She's Sparkles. I'm Sunflower.
What do you want more of? Do you want more sparkles? Yes. No more. Yes and no, and yes and no.
And I also am going to put glitter on myself, on the indication of that it is me. Let's glitter her up because she's a shiny being. So, you know, just like we connected to the earth in our meditation at the beginning, we can connect to the heavens just the same and feel that energy coming down and filling us up. So I'm going to make sure that I have a path of glitter coming from the sun right into the top of my head. I already did it and didn't even tell you. So I always like to indicate where the third eye is on a human face. It is also the spot where the highlight is because it's the highest spot on your forehead. So your highlight is there. So when you put a highlight there, does that indicate the third eye or is it just making the head look round? It doesn't matter. So I put a nice oval, like right there. It touches the eyebrows and goes up. So you see? And I'll pull this back a little. I hope you'll play a lot this week. I hope that you'll give your artist time to play. When you feel complete with this painting, which doesn't have to be right now while we're live, you might come back to it later. Sign it, of course, and date it. Sit it where you'll see it in the sun. Take a picture of it and share it with us. We love seeing what you do. I love seeing what everybody's making, even if it's not something you made during Creative Companions. Just what are you working on? What are you playing on? Like, what art form are you playing around in? You know, I like to see what, yeah.
You want some green? You want some purple?
Okay, here's a quote. Like, I like to flip through my Artist Way book and give you a couple quotes always. Here's the one I just flipped to, by Michelle Shea. I learned that the real creator was my inner self. Yes, it's that simple. More.
Purple?
Break a habit. Do something that makes you feel insecure. Here I am. Always doing something that makes me feel insecure. Oh, and now I flipped to one of my favorites. Put my glasses on, make sure I get it right, because it's a little bit long. All right, practice the art of listening now. Deep breaths. There is a vitality, a life force, an energy, a quickening that is translated through you into action. And because there is only one of you in all time, this expression is unique. And if you block it, it will never exist through any other medium, and it will be lost forever. So, Shine You. That's by Martha Graham. I love you guys. Paint away. I'm done with my painting for now. So we're going to have a musical performance from our camper friend Unit. And will you just come close to the phone? She doesn't want to be on camera, so you'll be on camera. She's going to do it. She's going to do something that makes her feel a little uncomfortable. So you could stand about here. You can see. So introducing Unit. Take it away.
Hi.
I'm very grateful.
Me too. In the surf, she speaks. Dry your eyes, child, close to you. Not the difference of 100 years. Take this restlessness from your heart. Sweet and to suffer after life got me, bridging the final moment till we had that perfect place where we'll rise and never fall. Angels hold their breath while we stumble down here and truth is obvious. I'll walk into the fight with the sacrifice of spirit, flesh, and bones can fade the pride. Sweet and suffering after life can be, bridging that final moment till we had that perfect place. We'll rise and never fall. Sweet and suffering after
That's a good affirmation song.
Thank you.
I was going to hug you.
Oh,
Thank you. It's so pretty. You did really good. What do you think, guys? That was rocking. Like, I really liked it. Yay! We need a clap for her. Yay! Good job, good job. I'm going to take this camera off the tripod here for a minute and just show you what we got going on here. Everybody gave me permission to show them on camera, so we'll see how I do. So there's our table and our people. So I'm going to come around this way. Here we go. Let's see. Did she get going? Yeah. Dick, she did so good. This is how we're supposed to look at the end of painting class, right?
Look like that.
You did a good job. You did a good job too, Daddy. Heck yeah. Here's Mama over here. Can you hold your painting up there a minute? Yeah. Oh, yes, yes, yes. And whose is this one here?
That.
Let's see.
Oh, Unique.
Oh, this was yours, Unique.
It was. I mean, Mavis and I collaborated.
That's great. It's a collaboration. I love it. And this whole thing was a beautiful collaboration. Thank you so much, everybody, for showing up and playing with me in the woods today. I hope you have a most spectacular day, whatever you do the rest of your day. Remember to wash your mind and body with deep breaths. Feel the earth supporting you. She's always there. Okay? I love you so much. Mirror, mirror on the wall. I believe in you after all. And I'll see you again further on down the trail. All right? Peace out, people. Post your work, okay? Let's not call it work. Post your art, okay?